go. Reversing now, and action!
Oh.
Let's start again. Okay. Let's go back to one second.
Dude, I give him time to get that out.
No, that thing stays in there all the time.
Okay.
And that's why you don't.
Like I'm trying.
Action! Chuck him! Chuck the punch!
2, 3.
Thanks for the sound effects, bro.
Whoa! Make it work somehow, okay?
I'm not kidding.
Okay. Hey, stop him a couple times. Maybe on the third one or something, you change it. You see, there you go. And then like that. So then when he grabs it, goes, whoa, off like that. Okay.
168, take one. A marker.
B marker.
Crap. Oh, thanks.
And set.
And action!
Tom and Jerry life and death situation now. You just saved their life, right? Yeah. On action, it's like, and then, right? Like that, you know. Otherwise, like, okay. So everybody,
Yeah, just gotta swipe them hard.
Okay.
I mean, it has to be like that. And then you pick this up, and you go, the fuck. Imagine you are trying to save that to wounded person. All right? It's not like just you know. You got every single one. You got the damage. Every single one. It's not like this. You're doing the motion.
Okay.
Okay?
Hit them hard.
Make it believable.
Yeah. Make it believe it's big energy, guys. Here we go. And action! Good.
Ronnie, I don't want to hurt him.
Patted stunt guy. Don't worry, you can't hurt him.
All right, I'll hit you then.
168 Apple, take one. A mark.
B marker.
Tell me when around.
Set. And action! One extra beat. Bring it right on.
I'm like,
Yeah, she knows. She knows. Go again. Here we go.
hi, Ronnie.
Here we go. And roll the sound, please.
168 Apple, take four. A mark.
B marker.
Set. And action. Good cut. Check the game, guys.
I told you, didn't I?
When I get on stage, you know, you just know the song. But here you have to know the lines, you have to actually act it out, make it believable, and it's kind of different and yet the same. I actually enjoy both.
And then boom, all this like fire everywhere, right? And the minimum said, get out of here, right? And then you go. Remember? You're limping out.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like that.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Both are 2 shot. Right, tight on that. Okay, so like track, they crawl, she crawl, track, debris come, right, and then they leave.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, now do you want to, as they start to come, do you want to do a little
You want to go back
Yeah,
and
yeah.
maybe
a little
drive
bit of
into
crawling
Go back a
out?
little bit.
and drive into some flames or something? Have some flames over here. We
Sure.
can go
Yeah.
drive
Yeah.
into some flames.
When debris,
No, you quite-
how about a dead body falling into the floor?
Yeah, Julian! What was that just now, eh?
That was me falling.
Take one.
Mark.
A mark.
B mark.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Okay, get back. Get started. Here we go. And very painful. And action.
Lori! Come on. Oh, shit. Let's go. Hurry, hurry, we gotta hurry.
Go on.
We gotta hurry.
Oh shit.
God save us, guys.
Oh.
They got pictures of this. Ah, I hate pictures.
Yeah, very good.
Don't you hate pictures when you gotta look like this?
A marker. 145, take one. Yeah, I'm gonna start here, and then I'm gonna come to here. Is that good?
Go. Cue you in, okay? Set. Go. Action.
There's a lot of detail work.
Listen to me, Laura. He is the one who had me committed.
Oh, good. You see, you didn't understand. You still don't.
Oh, we'll be widening up.
Okay, and let her go on that side.
And then we'll put the other camera.
Okay, you know, behind you, you're protecting. Exactly, you're protecting. It's not just a movie now.
Okay. Boom. Get in. Go inside. I'm taking you back to Western.
No, I've been shooting movie for a long time. You know, making a good movie, I know how to do it. In the beginning, I was hired to make this movie, and it's something that I wasn't too familiar with, and so I learned.
Get out of the van! Get out of the van!
God, what are you doing?
Where were you? I've been looking all over for you.
Get away from her.
You're in a hell of a lot of trouble. You know that?
Yeah, like I give a shit anymore.
Get in the house. You didn't understand. You were confused. You still are.
Stop it, bother me.
God damn it, Will Rollins. I'm not going to let you endanger my daughter again. You hear me?
Stop
Not after everything that's happened.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do the whole bit. Just Monica, we're gonna do the whole bit, right? Like here, and then we jump into the next scene. So like after Kia left, okay, give a moment, and then the rain will start, right? Give like a couple beats. Let the rain start.
I have to close the window anyway.
This whole process, this movie, for me, it's like a journey. You know, I do studies, I do research, I talk to people, and then realize, wow, this is great, you know? And then I start to get afraid, fear of what? Fear of like to not disappoint the hardcore audience.
Ronnie he has a strange popular culture sensibility, and he doesn't necessarily articulate it. It's all in his visualization, but he is as young and as vibrant in that kind of way as you can be.
There's a scene that's in the movie where in the cornfield, and you know, he flips the guy's head around and pokes him down. So Ronnie Yu was in the room with Bob Shea, and he starts to get up and act this scene out with Bob, and so he steps on Bob's toe, and he goes, and like to Bob's head, and I'm like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? And then he pushes him in the chest, and I was like, okay, there goes Ronnie's job, like that's, and Bob laughed.
Well, Ronnie's a lot of fun and he's got a lot of energy. And you know, I remember this one time we were literally in a conference room for, I'm not exaggerating, 10 hours? 10 hours. And you know, Damien and I and Ronnie were like acting the entire script out, like scene by scene. I remember like being on the floor, like, you know, acting out the bed kill for him and like how we saw it and how he saw it. And I mean, it was a great experience.
Jody?
Oh, hi, Julian. How was your day? How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing today,
Oh, I'm
Ronnie?
very tired. I
Yes?
need sleep.
Okay.
I need 8 hours sleep. Now I'm getting 2.5. So I'm in a bloody mood.
Straight away.
Like that, huh?
You need to put blood all over his back. Where are those people?
The blood people? Carton's right here.
Blood all over his
Blood
back.
people are right here.
2, 3, go.
3, 2, 1.
When we come up, if you lean back and then flap forward, you might be able to try that. Like I might be able to do this because all that bedspread crap. No, it's only gonna be the sheet. The pillows would be
Like
there.
if almost like the weight of this is,
Yeah.
or the momentum of this will force you back like that.
Oh, totally.
Try that, but don't do it too fast at first.
Let that go.
Okay, ready?
3, 2, 1.
Sound speeding.
Okay, we have a slate. What was it?
It's 11 frames. We're at Quiet, guys.
Sorry.
Ready, Jesse? And
set.
action.
We're gonna go into the inner sanctum of the shooting set. Come with me.
I got some.
To the window, please. Not one in the bedroom. Here we go. Lighting test. Go, Dean. Go.
Yeah. One more time. One more time. It's got to be found right on the floor there. Yes. Perfect.
Set and action.
It's no business like show business. It's no business like show business. It's no business like show business. It's no business like show business.
Stumble bumps. Spies. EPK spies. Don't trust them. They'll steal your soul.
And set and background and action.
Every day it's the same thing. It's like one of those fucking frou-frou dogs that keeps humping your leg.
Very good. Cut it.
camera's right on your shoulders. So just walk steady and real slow.
64 kilo, take
Mark.
3. Stanley Mark.
He's a child murderer that some parents from around here burned alive. But then he came back.
No.
Back for revenge on our
No,
nightmares.
no.
Funny no one ever told us
Okay,
about him.
thank you.
You know what I'd say? Coffee. Make friends with
Mark,
him.
that's enough. You're scaring her.
The first one is rehearsal, the second one is...
So-
the
so-
second is too fast, and the first one is too slow.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought you might be in trouble, so we...
Lori!
Very good, cut. This movie has to go back to the basic. And I go back to the first original Friday 13 and the first original Nightmare. You know, I said, oh, this is the key. So from then on, so I'm so like a samurai, like, you know, my vision is like a samurai. Okay, this is it. This is the only way to make this movie.
So here's the timing of everything, guys. As soon as Lori goes down and everyone goes to her mark, Brendan looks down, then looks up and sees Principal Shea in this pane of glass, right? You guys need to move right here. Like that.
That's good, okay? Right, and this is where you are, and as soon as he sees you, Bob, you take a couple steps this way, right to here, and they're taking off. Okay, so as soon as you see him coming, Brendan, you grab Jason and you take off. Let's rehearse one more time, guys. Let's go to first positions now, please.
I really wanted to be an actor when I was a kid. That's how I sort of started in show business, and I acted on television and, in fact, in radio.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
I would have become an actor, actually, but I saw myself in too many productions where I was awful. So I decided to get behind the camera, or even be way behind the camera, and started New Line instead.
And background, and action.
Help! Someone get some help, you asshole!
Let's go!
Lori! Lori, you okay, Lori? Lori?
Good. Cut.
And we've cut, thank you.
Very good.
Good?
Yeah. Okay, Julian? Good, thank you. Yeah.
Hey, Marker.
Lots of life in the background, please. Lots of life and lots of energy. Here we go. And set.
Frame.
Back up. Where? In this hallway right here, around the corner. Oh, right here. Back up. And set.
Frame.
Back up, back up, back up. Okay. Pull your books in. Thank you. Pull your jacket in. Thank you. And action.
Mark, Will, listen, we got to talk. No, take it easy. Take it easy. Nobody wants any trouble around here. But look, the important thing is that you guys are safe. And why don't you come with these officers? We'll take you back to the hotel.
Cut. Hotel again. You can't get away. That was good so far.
The hardest part, I think, with horror movies, when I first read it, I sat there thinking, how am I gonna like make it not look cheesy, not like, now you're in the real world, now you're in the dream world, and all of a sudden you scream, and it's like, most of the stuff isn't very, it's really hard to get it, make it believable.
Is that it? Yeah, I think so. So we give me a little more?
When you actually get on set with everybody, it's like the writing gets lifted off the page, and then it becomes spooky.
127, baby, take 3. Mark. Mark.
Stop. I'll cue you in, okay? And set. Here we go. And action. Session.
Ronnie Yu is just this amazing visual director, and also him working with Fred Murphy, who's the DP. My favorite part of this entire thing has been watching them come up with how to spook somebody out. And it's like a comic book. It's just totally written out like a comic book, and it's great.
Back off. Back to once.
You get the door, right? You can come in, go, see him, then immediately go up because Jason's gonna come back.
I should probably do it from over here, right? So I'm completely out of the shot.
So you don't see him, right?
I could be over him. The nice thing about being here is that you'll get them running through the frame, the body's wiping through as Jason's coming through.
Okay, set up. Let's do it.
Action, camera.
This is like Ronnie Yu coming through.
Motivation is
It's like Jason used a dead body to open the door for him. Oh, okay. So it's like, it has to be like.
When Jason throws Officer Stubbs through a glass door. And it was so funny because I was really scared that scene, and Ronnie kept telling me to calm down. He was like, look at you on camera, you don't have to act scared because you are. And he just got a kick off of that, and it was fun. That's one of my favorite scenes.
Let me see.
Okay. At what speed do you think?
It's slow, but not that slow.
Okay.
Not that so casual, you know?
Okay.
Camera. I think the most important thing is to find the look. Is to find the look of that. How do you make a dream world? Not like so dreamy that it become like a fairy tale or fantasy, you know? Because yet it has to be scary. It has to be eerie, you know? And yet in the real world, you still have to be eerie and scary, but you have a different look. You have the realistic look.
In order to separate dream world from reality, we've actually made it reasonably obvious in most instances. In places like Freddy's hell, you're instantly aware that it's a completely outlandish place to be, and the same with Jason's dream world. These are places that couldn't exist anywhere.
So I was lucky to have, like, you know, Fred Murphy and the art director, you know, John Willett, and everybody like work so closely together, and the visual effect people sort of like find that balance, you know. So we use a lot of color, different color, a lot of primary color, like deep red, deep blue, deep green on the dream world.
When the nightmare parts happen in what we call a real environment, like one of the houses, then we've treated it filmically as different. We've played with lighting, with bleach passing, with all sorts of things like that in order to make it a bit more subtle.
Robert?
Yeah.
Tilt your hat back just like
Freddy Elvis Krueger. Here we go, and roll sound now. Rolling. D-marker. And set. And action.
Boing, 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 boing. Oh. Shit.
The boiler room is an interesting set. It's Freddy's Nightmare World, and what I've done there is modeled that set after a city called Kowloon in China, where it was a city that developed over the years without any regard to building code or anything else. And all of the cable and the plumbing and the wire and electrical were all just sort of hung on walls, and they would drape down hallways and into rooms, and it was quite outlandish. So the set was an existing boiler room, and we've added tons and tons and tons of cable and wire and boilers and all sorts of mechanical and electrical stuff, so that it's absolutely crazy in there, and then painted everything with 5 different coats of paint in the sort of rust and fire range, so that when the light hits it, it has this very deep texture to it.
That's a good one there. That's great.
Penny for your thoughts, Chief.
Hey, Robert, does he want me to grab him and start that move? You know, when I turn him around?
Yeah, up here, right? Yeah. And Jason is like painful like this. And then this hand, actually, without you knowing it, is pulling out the machete. And this hand, you push me, like rather than turn around. Yeah. No, you just push my hand, almost like slice decapitate me. I see. You know, like,
Well, I think that the film needed this look, because the look of the film has this sort of graphic novel look to it. You know, the whole way it's stylized is because of a contribution between Ronnie and Fred Murphy, the cinematographer.
Okay, we have speed. Hey, pull this slate up. So rolling.
Here we go, and action.
I'm still too far out.
You gotta come closer.
All right.
Action.
Penny for your thoughts, Chief.
Okay. All right, I thought we were going to catch his dialogue, his improv dialogue at the end. So do you want him to go set and action?
Penny for your thoughts, Chief. Oh, scary.
Okay, we've cut. Thank you very much.
That was much better. Okay, that was our first really
Rolling
good
again.
one.
Here we go.
Let's try
And
one
roll
more.
the sound, please.
What's interesting about the production design on this movie is that we have decided to not treat it like a normal horror film. We've decided that we actually want to make all the sets and the costumes and everything else very real, so that when scary stuff happens, you're really not expecting it at all.
But when he falls,
when he falls, it's still not green.
With Jason's dream world, to differentiate it from anything else, I've used watercolors because that's his secret fear.
We're gonna have like he hit, right? He hit, he fell,
right?
And then we have the second unit have a shot of the bursting, right? Oh, that should be sort of red, yeah. So when we cut back to Freddy getting up, it's green, right?
Okay.
What did he see? We can just jump back.
you see him through the water.
Yeah. Right?
And then
And then through the water.
reverse again.
Reverse,
through
you
the
see
water.
Jason come up. Boom! Looks up.
Through the waterfall.
Well, right. Come down, and then go back to Freddy. We can clear, and Freddy's eyes go. Fantastic. You can shoot reverse magazine, and then have Robert try to walk backwards.
Like I'm walking out of it.
You know what I mean? To shut off. No,
So he's dry.
It's dry. So it's like
There you go.
It's like the water sort of like part.
Yeah, but the water will be going up.
Yeah, gone, and then as it goes.
yeah,
So we have to time this, but try a couple
Yeah, I
times.
had to like, yeah.
Yeah.
It would be like.
So we do this from the side.
Yeah, from the side. Okay. Let's put some dust on him. Let's put some dust on him. He just came up from that boiler.
135 Utah, take one.
Mark.
Hailing mark.
And set.
Action again.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Good.
I swung the machete at the water, made contact with water.
Exactly. Good. And then you try again. Which is great.
Okay, good.
And then try again, and then sort of like.
You want 3 times?
2 times. And when I said lower, really low, lower down to like non-threatening pose. Okay. Let's try again. 10
frames per second. See this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't right.
I'll
There you go.
produce it.
No. It's just the chin thing was okay. Go again.
Come on.
So there is something you're afraid of after all.
The most fun I've had in the sets on this movie would be split between, I think, Jason's world and Freddy's world, because they truly are nightmarish environments, and they're the kind of fun stuff that make it quite unique visually. There is a big exterior wherein I've built a house that's at 45 degrees and sunk into the swamp, and there are around it all sorts of heads and arms trying to get out of the ground.
So the other one was.
So we got a total of 3.
Okay, so we're
We have
there.
one
Okay.
here plus 2.
Okay, can we just.
Keep an eye line over Daisy.
You guys have to. John Willett?
Yeah.
What do you want to eat?
Hold, 1 sec, we're just gonna figure that out now. Yeah, how far do you think you want him to walk? And that will determine how far we put the platform. You could either have him come around this way or from shore. It seems, I guess, like he's got to come from shore, because why would we walk around the back? So But you're not gonna want to have him walking all that way because that'll just be. Let's go straight back from where we are, more or less. And that gives us a 3/4 onto it for start, okay? Yeah. So Charles, we're gonna need about 30 feet of platform.
30 feet, eh? So it's all shadow water, right? So no matter how far it goes, right?
No, it does. No, he's on a steel platform. We'll just extend the steel platform, but it does get deeper. But.
What you suggest, the light come from
It could be that dormer window
okay,
there.
the
Yeah.
dormer window, okay. So we have to put a battery like this, or how?
What we could do is put a white bounce in the back and then just hit something like that, and it'll pop through.
Yep.
And before we go, what we'll do is let these guys see the back of it so they can see their access.
What do you think of the mud, John?
What did we do? Well, I think the mud's going to be fucking brilliant. I love the mud. What it's going to need is a lot more greens, obviously, but that's a great base.
Well, we got lots more to dress it.
Oh, no, I know. As I said, this isn't dress. This is just a base.
No, I'm waiting for you. We've been waiting for you.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, that's right. That's enough. That's enough. My math isn't very good early in the morning.
What do you think, Fern?
Boone's not happy today. Boone's spirit is bruised.
Get that? 3 rings?
Yeah.
You got 15 minutes.
This movie, as with most movies, the set construction, if it's carried out correctly, that about 20 minutes after the director yells cut, the whole set will fall apart, because that means that we haven't wasted one nail or one piece of wood in order to achieve the scenery. On a couple of instances, we actually have very, very big fires, and you can't use burnable materials, believe it or not, when you're staging a fire, because then take 2 becomes a bit of a problem. So what we've done is things like the dock, which you'll see in major fire near the end of the movie, it's actually made of steel and a product called hardy board, which is inflammable, or flammable. That's always a funny one in English. And it's all piped with propane pipes, so we can control the fire all the time. And that way we could use it as many times as we wish without risking the whole thing burning up. This film is different than others I've worked on because it's a big horror film, and I haven't done a lot of those. I've done similar things like Halloween H2O and Final Destination, but this is the first true sort of slasher horror movie I've done. So it's very different and challenging, because in order to make it interesting, you have to do something different, and how to separate it has been the fun part.
To put all this puzzle together, it's very difficult. It's almost like impossible. But I was so lucky that I'm able to bring a good friend of mine who's been my DOP in Hong Kong for 15 years. And he's like a DOP/director. And his name is Poon Hang Sang. And because he and I worked on a lot of action movie before, so we understand, what is required. And so that really helps me, because I have sometimes had to leave one scene for him to shoot. And then I have to come in to do the close-ups, of the actor. That means I have to really trust him. So I think the tools that we use is 2 things. We spend a lot of weekends, in my hotel room, and then work out the routine, because he himself is a very sort of expert martial artist. And then in Hong Kong, we always do the same thing. We sort of work out the routine, how to block, how to kick, how to fight, and all that. And then we have a very good storyboard drawer, and then illustrate. So that throughout the weekend we work out everything. And then he go out and just execute. And that way first of all, I have the trust, and I feel more confidence, more relaxed that, okay, it's all on paper now. It's done, it's good. We sort of test it out already.
Okay. We ready? We have speed? And light him up. And action! Ready, and turn left.
Bring up flame pad.
It was a new twist on a full burn that I had never done in the past. Glenn Ennis, who doubles Ken Kirsinger, who is Jason, had to walk probably about 75 feet, fully engulfed in flames. And what the problem that presented to us was he became blind after so many feet. So we actually put a radio and an earwig in his ear and lit him on fire, gave him actions, and I actually, over the radio, watching the monitor, guided him through the cornfield. He would get to a certain mark that I had penciled on the screen, and I would say veer left, and he would veer left. Another 20 feet, I'd say veer right, and he would veer right. And he walked through this whole thing, walked right to my safety guys who had the CO2 canisters, hit the ground, and we put him out. So that was kind of a challenge on that one, but it worked out very, very well in the end.
Okay, Glenn, coming up. Come on up, Glenn.
Yeah, it gets a little toasty at times.
Apple box coming in.
My job is just to get beat up, burnt, abused.
Yeah, Tim, you guys can move.
Jason gets no respect, basically, even from the kids he later kills. They should know better by now.
Camera! And reaction one. Boom. What?
I just kind of enlarge what they've already established to a point where Ronnie Yu is happy and Poon Hang Sang, our second unit director. I just try and make it as big as possible and let them tell me when to stop.
The second unit is almost shooting parallel with us. And so that I have to really work, really close with the second unit director and the cameraman and also the stunt people to get what I envisioned. There's a lot of involved on fire, water, explosions, car crash, machetes.
It's not real kids, it's just fake.
Cutting out, body parts. And all that different part, require a lot of precision, designs. And so that the storyboard is really help. And also the second unit director been working with me in Hong Kong for many years. So that's sort of trust. It's very, very, very important.
Okay, that's the 65. That's the wrong lens. 32. 32.
Poon, we're getting a little boxed in here with a guy on fire killing 3 people with a machete. We need to keep so much space. I mean, he's got a radius of 8 feet. We're just encroaching now. In the back.
Where you want the space where you want. We just can rehearse and see what the space is.
Far away. Fine. I mean, you want to be back here? Could this be the end of the track?
That would be good, right?
Yeah,
if the camera said, okay.
That's fine.
So the camera track will be like the camera-wise, starting here. So when the guy comes in, it gets here, and then when the second guy, so he's moving, so moving like this. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. That's fine. So now can this carry through, Chuck?
I can carry that through.
What if we carry that through to give him the spinning? There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
I'll stop in there.
There you go.
This is our safety route here, so nothing in here. There's going to be 2 safety people, and that's it. We're going to have 1 safety man on the other side, which is Owen, just beside it. Nobody else should be here. Just give us lots of room. We have boxed him in, so this is a little dicey on our side. If Glenn gets in any trouble, he's hitting the deck before the end of the shot. If that happens, what I need this dolly to go to the end of the track, and everybody with it. When Glenn finishes a routine, he's going to hit the deck right here, and we're on him. The moment he makes his move to hit the deck, we got to move that thing to the end of the track at the same time. Leave it there. Once he's out, we're going to pick him up and we're going to walk in this direction. Right where Kathy is our safe spot. That's where we'll stop. Once we're clear there, then we can clean up in here. But once again, just let us do what we got to do, and we'll all be safe.
Ready and action. Ready and swing. Here. Shuffle left or shuffle right, Glenn. Hit you in the beer and cut. In you guys go.
I always miss the beer.
Move the dolly. Move the dolly, guys.
Yeah.
When he hits this,
yeah.
I had to get down low here to make it. You can come back up. So do you want me to get hit? A bit, like, can you hear it?
Yeah, right. The whole idea is you sense all this blood coming up to the almost the end of pressure, then you fell. It's not the way that's just cut, blood come up, and you fell. Then we won't see anything, right?
Okay. I will stay here a lot longer, and then.
Yeah, try to make a, like, try to make drama reasonable.
Knock some of this stuff over. Or whatever.
It's okay. No problem. You can put up something, right?
Okay. Okay.
All good.
Okay. Other cameras that.
This is being used for all the fire stunts that Jason goes through. Thickening up some areas in the mask just to make sure that the stunt doesn't have any problems with any hot spots on the mask. This is a silicone mask. when the master actually put together the Nomax hoods are embedded within the silicone, so it's just basically double the protection. Those that silicone plugs are actually gaskets that go or are actually custom made to the mask. It actually creates a seal so that the actor is completely encased with the breathing apparatus that's contained within the mask.
Because, you know, ones that because you keep getting injured doing other stuff. Exactly. Okay. It's good. Too brittle to do other stuff. Exactly.
Put enough there. Shouldn't have told you it was the last one.
So we put it in the fridge.
Packed it nice.
No, we peed in it to make sure it was.
I know it's a good thing.
Get that body temperature.
Although, when my head was hot the other day, that felt really good. Yeah, full of it on there. It's the best thing.
So that's why I'm getting picking what's he sport.
It holds the gel. I stayed scruffy on purpose so it would just, you know, keep a nice thick support structure for the gel. Yep.
Oh. Let's do up the front of that fire suit, guys. Okay? Pushing it in.
Yeah.
You're connected. Yeah, but where's Leslie? Glenn, you can help there.
Oh, actually.
I'm gonna hold these tubes up. Oh, totally. You want me to push that down?
I'm ready.
Just get my hand in there. I'm just gonna push that tube up, Glenn. Right.
Okay.
Is it in? Okay. I got her here. So Glenn, they've got accelerants on either side of the path when you're walking down. You want to go to the left or the right, doesn't matter. Oh, these guys got visuals on you all the way down there. Don't come right in the middle of the path because you'll have the hay on either side. And last one of the day, it's late, just be safe on it.
Here, let's use them.
Careful, will you?
So did you get the carpet turkey at home?
Oh, there's no.
What did you just paint it? What did you just paint it?
Oh, this is just.
This is spray glue. We're just tacking down the wardrobe, so it doesn't come loose, and so you don't see the edge of the prosthetic.
It's a major embarrassment for us.
Yeah.
If you can see what's underneath, then they'll know it's fake.
These are what the guys at the shop made us, JP, and these will fit for our stuntmen, for women, like that, and the wardrobe goes over top. The hose connects. This is a blood rig and an open wound. The slash happens off camera. His back would be towards camera. Jason would come with a machete, cut him, he turns to camera, and the blood sprays. A big blood fest. The air pushes the blood through at a high volume.
10 feet, 15 feet.
For about 3 seconds, gushing spray.
Yeah, we soaked both the camera crews last night, so.
And the dolly track and the lights.
We're very happy.
Our job was done well.
All right, guys, here we go. This is not time for final adjustments. We're there. Roll camera. The ship has sailed. We're rolling. Camera's rolling. Speeding on B.
B.
Out. Here we go, and lighting. Ready, and action! Ready, and swing! Go forward, Glenn, go forward, Glenn, go forward. And cut! Okay, bring him out. Guys, clear out, don't come in. Watch the track, guys.
That was exciting.
It's coming up, help him out.
So we do this.
Very nice, Clan.
That was the last burn scene with Glenn Innes, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice.
Good on that one? Burns in the eye is worse than actual fire. I'd rather have fire in my eyes than any more of that gel. Not to say that wasn't fun.
So as soon as you gathered your thoughts,
Shower
and then come on back if you need a shower. But now you're into now we're into mass carrying.
Yeah, okay.
With the exception of helicopters and aerial work, we've basically done the entire gamut of stunts. We have done firework, we've done car work where we turned over a old Chevy van.
And action.
We have used a tremendous amount of stunt equipment. The wire work has just been phenomenal. I mean, we have sent these guys flying in every conceivable direction. We've had them flying into objects, through walls, upstairs, downstairs. I mean, it's just, you name it, we've done it. It's really been quite an interesting show, stunt-wise.
Second unit was really key in the fight scenes. We had a terrific second unit director, and we had terrific stunt guys on this film, and they held our hands through it. And you see Freddy flying through the air and hitting a wall, or flying through the sky and landing in Crystal Lake on fire. And boy, we have some great air stunts and some great high falls. And knowing how much I could do, when you see Freddy flying through the sky on fire, I wish I could lie and tell you that was me, because it looks really cool, but it's not. I mean, that's my stunt double. Great stunt double in this, and Doug's really making me look good.
I really credit the stunt coordinator, though. I mean, we had the idea of the construction set, but I believe that it was his idea to come up with the swinging, whatever the hell that is, cement mixer, and it really worked as sort of a, it's like whenever you needed a big knock, here it comes.
We physically put Robert Englund on that and swung him around, and he had a blast. We lowered him down, got him back on his feet, and he was giggling the whole time, so.
I've never worked so hard in my life, and I'm an old dog now. I mean, I surf, and I can do everything once. And what happens on a set? Sets are very macho and very male, and you try to get out there. But in the case of this film, I mean, I wore the wire. All the underwater stuff is me. All the water stuff is me.
The challenges here was basically taking a show like this, a show with this size and scope, on the road and doing it here on location in Vancouver. I've had a lot of help from my co-stunt coordinator, Scott Attia, who's just been a tremendous help, helping me find local people, stunt people, talented, were the right size. He's been such a help in that area. And then my stunt rigger, who's been in charge of putting together all my wire work, has been Kurt Bond, who's also from up here. And I've just been totally impressed with his work, with his equipment, and the things we've ended up getting on film. I've been just very, very pleased with.
So Deb, I'm going to set the ratchet, and I'm going to give you a count. 3, 2, 1, go. And go, I will fire you.
Okay.
Turn around, you behind you, see how everything is behind you.
Right.
The guys are going to hold the mats up like that. I'm going to try to put you right into there, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
So for the
What's
first one,
pressure?
well, we're just going to dial it up. It's turned right down right now,
Okay.
and then we're just going to dial it up. Okay?
Excellent.
Cautionary steps vary upon what type of stunt we're doing. If it's a high fall, then we're bringing in porta pits, airbags, boxes. With ratchets, what we'll do is when Freddy or Jason or one of their many victims go flying out of frame or to a wall, during rehearsals we'll actually put pads up against the wall and along the floor, and we'll show all the camera guys exactly how they're going to go and how they're going to fly, and we'll just pull those pads out for the actual take on film, so that way we can actually see them hitting the wall and the impact. Right before you go, 3, 2, 1, go. Just give me a little pop. So that you're up in the air. 3, 2, 1, go. So that you're on your way up on go. It just gives you a little bit more of an arc as you fly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But these first ones, let's just get the pressure down and just get you to the pad, and then we'll start fine-tuning little things like that, alrighty?
Okay.
Yeah, just let her go into it, you know? So. Okay,
Guys,
Darren, everything set?
we're getting ready to rehearse.
Well, we're gonna let her down, right?
All right, Deb, ready?
Yeah, ready.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Ready, guys?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Good. Okay?
Yeah,
That's what I meant about the drag.
Yeah. It feels great. More pressure. I like it with more pressure because you get off, you go faster, it's more air, it's all good.
Ready, Deb?
Ready.
Here we go. Ready, Darren?
Hey, Ken, eyeball the top of this tree for me, will you? Okay. We were really blessed on this show with Ken Kersinger.
2, 1, go.
Who they've cast as Jason in this episode, who is a very successful stuntman in his own right, which it's just been a tremendous blessing to have a guy with that much head knowledge, who knows when he comes smashing through a wall, he knows what to expect. And other than just making sure his elbows are padded up and stuff, he's ready for it. He's having a blast.
Oh, shit. Lori, please, wake up! Lori, please, come on, baby. Please. What? Lori, please, come on.
It's all playtime for me.
Are you okay, Jason?
You know, it's such a change because my background is with stunt work and stunt coordinating, and it's very serious business. And coming out and playing Jason as an actor is it's just fun. It's playtime.
He could get in there and get a lot more down and dirty than I could, you know, although I gave my 2 cents worth. I showed no quarter.
Now, let's do it again. First of all, this thing is too fake. Like like just coming through. You have to cut it somehow, you know, make it less like, you know, like okay, it should be brick like this rather than like this. Right. Okay? Alright.
He has every shot worked out, and he's so specific about what he wants. I think he has just a really great eye for all these special effects and visual effects and, you know, shots that make things look scary. And, you know, while you're doing it, you just sort of think, oh, okay, this is cool. But I know that he has this master plan to make everything just look amazing.
Lori, come on, wake up, please. Come on, Lori, please.
Can you hear it, Jason?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay, all right. You need to look.
Yeah,
Okay, fine. As long as you hear it. Good. And then Jason comes through. Jason comes through. And crash. Crash. Okay, and cut. We've got, thank you. Okay. The flame is not good, and then Ken, your kick is a little bit timid. Okay. Here we go.
Lori, please, come on.
Play the camera again for us, please. Play it again. Something will slap out of my foot. Okay, guys, no plate on that. We'll go again. There we go.
There's so many different talents that are involved in making this all happen. Generally, I'll read the script and can visualize what we're about to design. I'll do a rough sketch and then pass it on to the art department and have a meeting with them and discuss exactly what we'll be designing. The demon makeup is based on we basically took the original sculpture that I did of Freddy Krueger's makeup and took another life cast of Robert and we built a muscle, an enhanced muscle over top of his face. And then we took the skin out of the original Freddy mold and we're able to drape and blend that over top of the new muscle to give him more of a brutish, beefed up look.
Sometimes Freddy gets really pissed and he mutates just for a second. It's a little bit of help from CGI, but the makeup that fans will be seeing is actually a practical makeup. But whenever I did that, I had to have different eye makeup, contact lenses, different teeth, more fragile teeth.
What's the matter, Laurie? Miss your wake-up call.
Great. Cut. One more. So, Robert,
Yeah.
landing.
We've cut, thank you. Let's, guys,
Go higher.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's lock it up there.
Mark. Ceiling mark.
11 frames. And set. And action, Alan. And background. Get around him, kid.
And then you turn around and see your face.
So I should be in shorts and a little council's t-shirt.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. And she's
Yeah. And then just turn around, the bitch is dead on her feet.
Yeah. But make sure you turn it around more so I can see the dead feet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll show her off.
Almost every script involves something that will require us to build, whether it's a duplicate of an actor or an animal or a cut. Usually every film deals with makeup effects in some way. The biggest challenge is the amount of time that we have to build a specific gag. We try not to limit it to that one function. So many things can happen on set where the director might all of a sudden think of something that wasn't necessarily scripted, and we have to be on hand to bring his vision to life. So as long as we can finish it in time to have time to prepare for tests, then we can usually work out all the bugs by then. Okay, everybody say cheese.
Cheese!
For Freddy's makeup, we're using foam latex, which has been the norm for many, many years. It's durable, so there's a lot of scenes where Robert's in the water or near water.
It's evolved over the years. Now it's they wouldn't have been able to do a single piece this large a couple of years ago because the foam latex wasn't as strong or as fine. And I'm not sure if all of this is lined, Patricia, with a nylon.
We removed that, and then the rest would be the back of the head.
And it's lined with.
It's like a stocking material.
Yeah, it's like a nylon, which is also a new addition to the.
Just to help for the pullover, because you have to pull over the head and the movement of the neck.
We would have never been able to do that before. It would have stretched the piece.
We will pre-paint all of our pieces here in the shop. We'll have as many as 12 masks going at the same time. Once they're completed, we send them off the set. In the case of Freddy's makeup, they're applied by Margaret and Patricia. They carefully glue the piece down to Robert's face. Every millimeter of skin that he has adhesive put on it, so the skin is very, very form-fitting.
The foam latex actually breathes itself. It's porous by nature. But if I work outside, strangely enough, it gets really hot inside the makeup because the sun is overhead, the heat source is overhead. When I'm working on a sound stage, or if I'm working inside, lighting is generally from the side, and I never feel like I'm hot. It's great in cold weather, the makeup, because I'm warmer than my ears are warm when we're on, because we were on Jason's turf on this film. We were out at his lake a lot, and it was cold, and I was fine because my ears were covered,
And then once it's put on, after a 3-hour process for application and another hour for removal, we bulletproof the whole thing with a sealer, And a lot of the maintenance is carried through by the makeup artist, and also Robert being aware that he has a foreign material on his face, and he's very good with the material, and he doesn't eat greasy pieces of chicken while he's wearing it, or corn on the cob, or he takes very good care of his makeup.
Go ahead, tell him that. The camera's on you. Tell him what you just picked off me. Some Lint Eastwood.
He had some Lint Eastwood on him.
I always believe that in a scary movie, you got to have humor there. So loosen up the audience, and then you hit him with another scare.